Welcome to part 2 of our podcast with George Gibson from Elizabeth Street. We're just going to carry on continuing our yarns. Hope you enjoy.
So were there any repercussions of like the food review?
We found it actually really positive. We had heaps of followers, like maybe maybe 50 followers from it.
Yeah, right.
And then we had like quite a few people in the weeks after being like, we've come down from Auckland and we've come in specially because of you at the review. So
No bad publicity.
I was going to say, like, all
Any
publicity is
publicity.
good publicity. I've certainly toed the line on that one
yeah.
a few times.
It's like what? Well, anyway.
A few videos online. But yeah, I've never had any bad pushback on that.
Speaking of videos online, actually, there's another one that comes to mind. And this is probably pretty hard to talk to the viewers in the podcast, but I heard you're a YouTube sensation.
Oh, that's right. I was like, where are you going with that? We'll have to, yeah.
That was in my heyday.
Yeah.
So was it just a friend's music video?
I was on a music video for the local Wanaka country singer.
She's still big time, eh? I've seen her name pop up on like some...
Is she? Yeah.
Well, she's in New Zealand.
Well, she lives on West Coast now, so it's a bit of a lower profile, but yeah, I was like...
Excellent music video I showed people yesterday. I didn't realise he'd never seen it. And he absolutely lost it.
It's pretty good.
It lost it.
Quite good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Look.
It's like, but it's not even one of those situations where someone's like, "Oh, George is in a music video."
Yeah.
It's like George is the music video. he's like front line and centre.
All those photos, I was so pissed. I do not
That's
remember
right, you
all
said
those
you
photos being
have it.
taken of me.
Did you know her? Jodie
Yeah.
Doreen?
Yeah.
So the music video, it's called Tattoo, eh?
Yeah, tattoo.
Tattoo. Jodie Doreen Tattoo. Yeah. And she, the story in the music video, she was like, you guys were together.
Yes,
And
I
then
think so.
you were not nice to her, so she left you or something?
Yeah.
Or
Something like
you
that.
were with another girl at the pub.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave you
Who
the
was,
evils.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at about one.
Who was
one
my
minute.
cousin's girlfriend. So that was a bit awkward.
We'll add a link into the show notes.
Yeah, it's so funny.
don't need
It's
to.
so funny. Probably not as funny if you don't know George, but that's such a good claim to fame.
It's such
It
a
is,
good
yeah.
claim
And
to
you've got a
fame.
guest appearance in the Annabelle Langbein book.
2.
2.
Yeah.
And both 2 books.
Oh, 1 book. I went twice. I was on 2 of her shows.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And I'm actually, on the front page.
How do you have that relationship?
Oh, just being in Wanaka. Yeah, got invited up there.
It's a small town, Wanaka, as we've
Small
found out
town.
lately, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Oh, I know what this is about.
I don't know how to tell that. That's a whole hour-long story, but...
I'd like a brief summary. Please.
Okay, brief summary. I'll try and make it as brief as possible. There was a man that I was seeing. He was very
still
old.
recording.
He's called, we used to call him COC, the cooked old C word, because that's what he was.
And anyway, what's the Wanaka relationship?
And then, no, but I was like seeing him very low key for 6 months last year, and then found out that he had another girlfriend in Wanaka the whole time.
Playing the field, eh?
And when I found that out, I wasn't really phased at all because it just was. Honestly, I was embarrassed to be in public with him, to be honest. But then George, buddy, calls me.
Don't blame me.
George's sister lives in Wanaka. Yeah. And she's like, do you know this guy named COC? And George is like, yes.
Sat beside him at the book launch last week.
We're said
And
person's
she
feelings
said,
Oh,
your sister's friend's going out with him. And then we were like, no way. Out of anyone, out of the whole country, they called you to ask. How funny. Yeah. Anyway.
Is that going to be edited out?
It's a great yarn. We've not given anything away.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Yeah.
No names.
No names. COC. It was called COC the whole time. It was great.
We'll move on.
All the boys I see get good names in the girls' group chats. Eh? There's some real good names in there.
We'll leave that to the girls' group.
We'll move back to food.
So Cherie had a new segment I think she wanted to bring up.
What's that?
It's actually a segment about bringing things back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but bringing things back from the 90s, 80s, 70s, actually, whenever you would like. And my tuna, I want to bring back tin tuna. I know everyone thinks it's disgusting.
Hurrah.
Yeah, nah.
We're going through a recession.
It's economic.
It's economical.
You quite like it, and like, did you say sushi the other day?
Yeah, I like it. I like tuna mayo sushi. I like tuna mayo sandwich.
Oh,
Is that a bit of a trend going? It's come back up, the old tuna melt.
oh yes, that's coming back.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. With like
Wouldn't order
jalapenos
one,
and
but-
like Swiss
Yeah.
cheese or something.
Hide the taste with jalapenos. Perfect.
I don't know. I like it. Pepper loves it as well, and it's quite handy. Like if we've got no dinner, like there's rice and some tuna and some.
It just reminds
There
me
you
of
go.
people that go to the gym for some reason. Like,
Oh,
rice and tuna.
yeah.
What yourself?
No, but like actual. I'm like a part-time gymmer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're just an athlete.
Full-time
you're an
runner. Full-time runner.
I wish. But there's, when you think about people like trying to put on muscle, it always just
Yeah,
reminds me.
protein. Emma from Henry and Ted, that's what she used
Oh,
she'd
yeah.
have rice crackers with tuna on
Tuna.
top, and I'd
Yeah.
actually want to spew every lunchtime.
I signed up for a nutrition plan that I did remember for one day,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of tuna on that.
Oh, so you're in your
Oh, I
element.
loved it, but I want to put
Fresh
mayo with
tuna's
it.
out the gate.
It's not good without mayo. Like, how are you supposed to get that tin tuna on your cracker? It's like hard in its flakes. That's no good. No, it needs mayo. Probably about as much mayo as there is tuna.
No wonder it tastes good.
Yeah. All right. What was yours?
Me, thinking back, I know when I was younger, I'd always quite enjoyed parsnip and carrot mash with some honey. So that's probably what I'd look to bring back. I don't really see it anymore.
Yeah, honey. I didn't think you'd eat honey. It's not vegan.
Mine are diesel.
I'm used to give us carrots with honey too, actually. Like boiled in the microwave. You put them in a porridge,
yeah.
jug, cover them in water, put some honey in microwave for about 10 hours, and then
How good's a microwave, eh?
My dad was telling me this morning that he's been growing grass seed. Not grass seed, carrot seed. So they grow it to harvest it for seeded carrots. But they need to get a beekeeper in, and like it costs like $2,000 a hectare
No
to get the
way.
beekeeper in.
what does the beekeeper
So-
do?
To fertilise.
Yeah, to
Oh, right.
ensure that it turns into seed.
Why doesn't he just get a
And I was
few
like,
hives or something?
oh God, I bet the vegans don't know that.
No, there's bees on the
'Cause-
carrots.
Yeah,
Yeah, those slave
without the bees.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
That's actually true about everything, though, isn't it? Like
Yeah, it
anything
is.
that needs
Almonds are like that too, aren't they? Like,
Well, yeah,
flowers, like anything.
yeah.
almonds. Yeah,
Okay. All right. What's yours, George?
corned beef.
Yep, that was firm no from me, but I do like
Delish.
the sandwich, Reuben.
Reuben, yeah.
Reuben sandwich. is
Sauerkraut.
Good. Yeah.
Cheese rolls. I mean, they're just not really in the North Island, but in the South Island, they're still there in cafes and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a good crumb chop.
You do love a crumb chop, hey?
You don't see that around much.
Can you
Oh,
paint
I
the
went
word picture?
somewhere,
Nothing comes to mind.
Crumb chop.
Like a lamb chop.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Where I went in Auckland the other day, they do crumbed lamb cutlets
Oh,
on the
yeah.
menu. They looked
Yeah.
exceptional.
Yeah.
Very good.
Was it the one on the viaduct?
Yes.
Ah,
My
wanted to
grandma
order
used
it.
to make crumb chops. Oh
Yum.
my God, out the gate, and she'd put like fat in the bottom of the pan.
I'm sure you told me you eat them with tomato sauce, though.
No, not a crumb chop,
No, only what?
just a grilled one.
Just a grilled chop.
Yeah.
It's allowed tomato sauce.
Don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Pre-cooked sausages.
No, well, I like tuna, so
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
All got our things, don't we?
Yeah, mine is that I would like to eat sushi off a naked person.
No, what? Can you please break this down a little bit more?
In the 70s, when everything goes, people with plates and they lay the person down naked and cover their bits in food and then you eat off them at a buffet.
Like a sex cult thing? Or...
No, it's not sexual, it's food.
Food is sexual, though.
I don't know, maybe there was an orgy later or something. Nah, I've seen it.
Is this what you do up in the Coromandel?
Yeah. Yeah, things are different up there.
Seafood boy away. Toss it out on a naked body.
Cold sashimi with some, I don't know, some soy sauce and belly
You can
button.
do it Lady Gaga. Is that what Lady... Remember Lady Gaga wore the
meat suit, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
meat dress. That'd be a bit of you.
But I don't know if anyone has heard of it. Like, have you ever heard of it, food being served on a person?
No,
No, never. I've seen it on Sex and the City. Maybe I just think it's this thing because I saw it on Sex and the City. But I think we should do it. Yeah.
That would...
Campbell's a perfect person to eat it off.
Nothing
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
Nothing hot, just cold. And you can stay still. You're quite peaceful. You can stay still for a long time.
Shit, you'd have to be give me a
Who's gonna eat it off?
Me.
Oh,
Not
right.
eating the last bits. I'll eat the first bits at the top of the pile.
You'd hate the stragglers, eh?
And all the stragglers will come in like seagulls and be like, trying to eat the last bits of food off you.
What, like, off
Walking seagulls.
like off the chest or where?
Well, you have to cover the genitals.
Oh,
And then,
So it is sexual.
no, because they're covered.
Sex in the City has
what are
sex
they
in the
covered
name.
in?
Sushi.
Bloody tuna sushi coming back at
St. Pierre's sushi.
Hey, look.
St. Pierre's one day, just go in the mall. There's Campbell Atwood. His shark is covered in some dragon rolls.
It's a 2-for-7 deal at the end of the day.
Double stuffed avocado.
Anyway, we'll put that one to the committee.
Right, we've got some questions for George. We've already been through a few of them, but can you tell us how you got into food?
I think it was mostly my grandma, Dad's mum. She was a really, really good cook, and we always bonded over that.
Yeah.
Mum wasn't really much of a cook. Well, she kind of was, but she got sick of cooking for men on the farm every day, lunch and dinner. But yeah, it was mostly Gran. But Dad's actually quite a good cook as well, and Mum's dad was quite a good cook as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you always had a foodie family. And
Yeah.
then after school, when did you go, like, after school, like, into food? Because...
I did chefing in 7th form.
Did you?
Part-time, so I didn't have to do many
I was
subjects.
going to say, because the only story I've heard about you during, like, your tertiary years was trading stocks.
Quite successfully, too.
Did your grandfather or someone left you some stocks?
Oh,
And then you just traded stocks?
no, I resorted to that. It was easier than...
Easier than chefing.
I
Just dip my toes in the stock market.
well, I studied chefing, but I never liked being one, and I didn't like chefs. They were rare breed.
They are rare breed, yeah.
Apart from Harry Elizabeth, he's great.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Chuck it in there.
and a few others. But yeah, I never really liked it.
What was it you didn't like about it?
I get bored making the same menu every day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like we launch a new menu at Elizabeth and within 2 weeks I'm done. I'm like next. I get bored. When you're making the same thing day in, day out,
Yeah, I get that.
it's
Then.
not for me.
Yeah, no,
Short
fair.
attention span.
That's funny because I wouldn't say you're a one-trick pony, but like your specialty dish is one thing.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I make it all different ones.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Always
I don't do
differently.
the same every time.
No. Ragou's got a firm place
I
on
haven't
that.
done that in a while. But every ragu's different.
Yeah, true. That is very true.
Different cuts.
I've actually been enjoying playing with it. I did a lamb and anchovy one the other week.
Yeah, you should add olives.
Yeah.
Lamb anchovy. It's one of the
Yum.
best ones I did. Yeah, anchovy and olives.
I tried the white one.
Oh yeah, that looked a bit weird.
Well, it did look weird,
with
but
milk, eh?
apparently the carrots are what made it look weird. Yeah,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
braise the pork and I use pork sausage and pork. I don't know, like big cuts of pork, and then braised them in milk with fennel and onions and garlic and chili, and then shredded it all, and then, but I'd use carrots, and it gave it that like vomity look.
Oh, yeah, you said
Yeah.
it tasted good.
It was
but
spectacular,
but
like
you
it was
couldn't,
stunning.
It looked horrific.
And then I brought it together with like heaps of parmesan, and then I think I finished it with some cream, and then like served it with like fresh chili, heaps of lemon zest, and more parm. But yeah, for how good it is, like it's such a good.
It sounds horrendous, but I'm sure it tasted better.
No, it was good. It was really good.
Is the name because of its white meat?
Well, white. It's cooked in a white sauce rather than like red wine
Right.
tomato. Cook
Okay.
it in milk, but the milk braised pork's quite a traditional thing. But it's hard work. It's hard work to get right. It was good though. Jess does a really good one. I think needs to leave the carrots out and just have white. Just have onion,
Yeah, the colour
celery.
puts you off.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was what. Sorry.
A
Yeah.
carnivore on it.
Yeah. Off the
Get the veggies
track.
out of it.
What's your favourite restaurant and their best dish?
What springs to mind is the beef tartare at Kika in Wanaka.
Oh yeah.
It's one of my favourite dishes
Yeah,
in
you've
the
always
world.
said about that.
You had it?
Yes,
You
I
had
did have it. Yeah. Yes, when Campbell and I went
Yeah.
to Rhythm Alps last
yeah.
I
year,
remember it.
we dragged a bunch of 20-year-olds out to
Yeah,
one of the best restaurants in New Zealand.
yeah.
They were good though.
Very well
they
behaved.
coped with
Yeah.
it very well because I was pretty firm. I was like, you
And-
guys are just going to have to eat what I order. We're sharing, and
Yeah.
we split the bill. End
Yeah.
of story.
Yeah.
And
Loved it.
the house you were staying at, the neighbours would have appreciated a bit of a break.
Yeah, they really. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Anyway, we'll jot that one down as a loss.
Yeah. I don't go well with Airbnbs, or well, that wasn't an Airbnb, but similar situation.
Wish us luck this weekend. And also, just another one that springs to mind is Bannockburn Hotel in Bannockburn. It's just out the gate.
What's the dish?
They're all good.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and it's all small plates.
Is it pasta? Because for someone who likes to,
Nah,
I'm surprised you're not.
it's all. Oh yeah, not Portofino's in the Vita. No, it's just all like it's amazing.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely amazing. There's all sorts of like European Kiwi dishes. Yeah.
Is there a pasta dish that comes to mind for you that you quite like that someone else makes?
Not in New Zealand.
Okay.
It's very different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like, where overseas would you want to take it to?
Anywhere in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out the gate.
George and I are going to Craigie Range
Oh yeah.
next weekend.
Yeah. Easter.
I'm so excited. I've never been
Yeah.
there. I've actually not been to. I've been to Hawke's Bay once when I was a child, and then I went down once for a funeral, and then literally drove down and drove back. So I've actually never really
Yeah.
been
Should
there
be good.
at all. So we've got 5 days over Easter.
Yeah. But there's actually not that many places to go.
Did you see Eat Lit Food once again? He had a big breakfast somewhere the other day, and I was like, I wonder where that is. That looked quite good.
Who's he again?
Yeah. Should we cancel him? Should we cancel him?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Right, we're cancelling. Everyone, get on your phone, unfollow.
See ya.
See ya.
Watch that.
I'm
one
very
blow up.
excited about going to Craigie Range, though. I think, like, when
Oh, it's the
you
most
took some
beautiful
photos last
place.
time you went, it just,
Most
oh,
beautiful
I
place.
can't wait. I'm so glad we got
Yeah.
a booking. Taking Tuesday off work. I haven't told
Yeah.
anyone. I'm just not going to come.
They know now.
So we can
Ideally,
go.
you want to get there in a helicopter, but
Yes.
we're already there, so
There's been a lot of talk about the helicopter there, but the road's open now, so we'll be able to,
that's
to
true.
drive.
Yeah.
What's the next question on your list?
What's your favourite pepper me product?
A bit boring, really, because it's fish oil.
Yeah, no, I think that. No, that's a good one.
It's
Like,
so good.
it is so good. It's the best
But
product.
the most used would be mangroin because I use it every day.
How's your giant jar going?
Good. Yeah, I'm sort of,
Gave Charlotte one, eh?
yeah, not as big, but
You've got the biggest one.
Just gloating?
Yeah.
My jazz.
yeah, very good. I've got a big sack of mangroin for Christmas.
Everyone got a
Thanks.
sack of mangroin for
Very good.
Christmas. And now
Great
everyone's
present.
getting chili bins.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rotating
I think
present.
I've bought about 7 chili bins from Paper Plane this year. I'm going to have a chili bin party, I reckon.
Yeah,
Oh.
we need to put them all
It's
together.
awesome.
Yeah. Like, literally, I've got everyone. You've got one.
What colour do you get?
I got yellow.
Oh, did you? I got green. Did I?
Yeah,
Think
you got
so.
green.
I got a scratch on mine from
Did
the
you?
beach.
Connie's got yellow. We've all got one. But it's J Dog's
It's all the
birthday on
pals
Saturday,
colours.
and I feel like I can't get her one as well. I need to. It's too many.
Good present of mine, though.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
I was thinking the next
You
present.
take it to Bali?
I've taken a chili bin flying before and we regretted it.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, that was the. Oh, we thought we were so
That's to
smart.
Marlborough.
No, we went
Stuart
to
Island.
Dunedin.
Oh,
We flew to Dunedin, and we thought we were so smart. 'Cause last year we went on this. We were going on a mystery trip, and we went last year, and we ended up on a 10-hour bus ride with no food or drink or snacks. And we're like, right, we don't know where we're going, but we're taking a chili bin. We're going to have food, drinks, snacks. I had cheese board, we had relishes, we had
typical.
everything,
had it
all
all.
sorts. We had
Didn't
drinks.
eat anything?
We didn't eat a single mouthful.
Touch it.
We didn't touch it. And to get the chili bin on the plane, we like go to check in, and she's like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, I'm actually kuru, so can you just put it straight on?"
You didn't know where you're going.
No, but she's like, well, when we found out we were going to Dunedin, I was like, can you put it on fast bag? They put it on fast bag.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, nah, you can't. You need to check it in.
Because they didn't do that during COVID. It was annoying.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't do it. And she's like, you can't. She's like, what's in there? Is there glass in there? I was like, yeah, it's a chili bin. She you can't put that on an airplane in the bag.
But we got it on there.
And I was like, can we take it on the plane? She's like, no. And so, yeah, we took, anyway, it got on there, but we carted this chili bin around, must have weighed like 100 kilos.
Fucking annoying.
Didn't eat a single mouthful of anything, and we didn't drink because we were so hungover because we went out the night before.
Also went and brought mud shakes. Horrible idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
Campbell didn't
you were
mud
on
shakes.
one that night.
Yeah, that was silly.
Got to Stewart Island though. We got to Stewart Island. They had cold mum on the beach on arrival at
That
Stewart
was-
Island. That was sensational.
Bit of blue cod.
We didn't have
Oysters.
blue cod.
Nah, we didn't
They
actually.
had crayfish. There was like
Oh, yeah.
50 crayfish because my boyfriend from Gravity Fishing had been out
Yes, he had.
fishing.
And we also had that
Talented
Spanish
man.
dish. What's
Yeah,
it
he's
called?
so hot.
The big Spanish dish. What's it called?
Paella.
Yeah, there was
Someone
a
came and
paella
did like
there.
a massive paella. With there was more crayfish than rice in the paella. Like that's how they rolled in
That's
Stewart
good.
Island. Yeah, it was
I'm
good.
doing something like that tonight.
Are you? Seafood risotto.
Yep.
What have you got? What seafood?
Mussels and prawns.
Oh yeah,
Fish
nice.
stock.
Not a What are those bags of seafood? The mixed bag is
Oh, the
the shore mariner mixed seafood.
Yeah, tempting. but no.
Horrific. All right, what's the best and worst things about owning a cafe? I don't think we've mentioned that George's Elizabeth in town, Elizabeth Street Cafe in town.
not?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
no, don't think you did.
Nah,
Yeah,
not getting any
so we
free
got
publicity out of us.
Elizabeth Cafe in Tauranga. The best. Oh, let's start with the worst. That's easier. Well, currently we're surrounded by roadworks.
Yeah.
It's an absolute nightmare.
Literally covers like the you can't
You
even see
literally,
guys.
I can't even get to my own business. Basically, it's a nightmare. And they've been there since January
Yeah.
2022.
It's hard work because you go past them trying to
Nightmare.
turn around to come back
Yeah,
to get to
you
you
can't
guys.
even
You
get
just
in.
can't.
And it's so loud, like concrete cutting. Oh, it's painful. So yeah,
Yeah.
Roadworks.
come visit. Cause
People
we're
wouldn't
bloody
think
quiet.
about things like that either, eh? Like how much that would affect.
Oh, well, it's ruined the weekend trade because during the week we got the people in the building,
Yeah.
but in the weekends it's like sort of
Yeah.
elderly people
really
and stuff.
the
And like, I
last
wouldn't get in the
thing you
car if I was that old.
Last thing you need after
Navigating. Oh, yeah.
2 years of.
Yeah, what about some good things?
Yeah, I had to think about that one.
Oh, surely there's a little bit of positivity there.
Coffee on tap.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, I do enjoy like creating the menu and
Yeah.
like when it's humming, like it's hugely satisfying when it's really busy and the staff are all happy and it's going well. Yeah,
Cool.
but that's
That's it at the moment. Can you tell us about the time you got your arm stuck in the window?
I have not heard this one.
not.
I don't think so, no.
Oh, I got very drunk one night and I locked myself out of the. Well, I left my jacket in the Uber, which had my keys in it, and then I was locked out of my house, and my whole house was locked apart from a window that had one latch open.
Yep.
So I was like priming the latch open and putting my arm right through. I put it too far through and got my arm stuck.
What time of night is this?
Not good, like 12:30. In the meantime, I dropped my phone, so I couldn't ring anyone, and I couldn't get to it because I was literally stuck.
No
The only thing left to do other than dying was yelling for help. So I was like, help! I don't know how I was probably yelling for like 10 minutes, and then I heard my neighbour was like, "Oh, you right, George?" Like, no! And he like jumped over the fence, and he bought a crowbar.
He would have thought you were getting murdered or something.
Yeah, he got it open, and then I had to go to the physio. Like I buggered all my tendons up my arm. It took like 6 weeks to grow back. I couldn't brush my teeth, couldn't put deodorant on.
Such a good story.
Help!
Help! Help!
I'd like to say this was when I was in my 20s, but it was last year.
Oh, how good. All right, what's best dish on the menu at Elizabeth at the moment?
Well, we're about to change the menu, so anything I say will be irrelevant.
Well, what have you got a new one that you've finished, settled on?
Well, we do a chili scram with
Sesh oil.
pepperoni sesh oil, which is awesome.
Are you keeping it on or are you changing
it up?
Yeah.
I think we might do with whipped feta
Yeah, yum.
and like a capsicum-y thingy on the toast with sesh on top.
Yum.
Something like that, yeah.
Whipped feta is so good, eh?
Yeah, it's so good.
I know like 2 years ago I was going on about it, and then I haven't gone on about it for a year, and the 2 breakfasts I had in Auckland with whipped feta on, I was like, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's here to stay.
It was definitely a thing for a while.
tastes
Oh, it was
so
so
good.
my thing. I think it's great, but I
Delish.
never really put it on a breakfast because it's kind of a weird combo with eggs, but when you put it with like roast tomato or chili jam or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what we're
so-
going to do, like a capsicum-y
Yeah,
jammy
like
thing
a-
for
yeah,
the toast.
that'd be
Not too
nice.
Sweet though, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
Yeah, yum.
yeah.
It is a good dish.
And
you guys do a great Benny though, eh?
Benny, yeah, the Benny, the Rosties are real good.
Yeah, best Frosties. They have
And,
best Frosties.
Perfectly cooked eggs.
Yeah.
Every time.
Run it every time.
Every time.
Stella. Oh, that's actually all I've got because the last one here was a music video and you've already...
Oh, it stole your thunder. Son.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? I've been very kind to you today, George. I feel.
Yeah, it's a bit of ammo there.
We'll save that for another time.
So apart from the menu being changed, anything big in store for Elizabeth coming up, or
No, don't think so. Just trying
business.
to survive, really.
business as usual? Yeah, I guess it's been like that for the last few years. Eh?
Yeah.
I've been listening to, Between Two Beers, I haven't listened to the podcast because my attention span's so short, but I like the...
They were quite long, eh? Like an hour and a half.
Oh, I just don't
That's
drive for that long.
Yeah, but soon you will, because that's
True,
when I
yeah, when I
listen.
move
Like
house,
an
I'll
hour
be-
to work. That's when I
actually
listen.
will be. And I don't
And
have
at
any...
night.
I always, when I've been driving over there lots, I'm like, what do I listen to? Like, I like 3 songs. I need something different to listen to.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. But he had some good tips. He had like 7 good tips on being the best podcast, and he's got really great questions. Like when I met him and at Roscoe's house at the party the other night, even the questions, just in conversation, like the questions he was asking got quite deep. And I'm like, that's real good. I was like, I should have thought of some deep questions for you.
Yeah.
But one he asked me that I've been really like mulling over, he's like, how did you know, or when did you realise you'd become successful? And I was like, why would you think I'm successful? Like, what? It's probably not a realisation that...
It's someone's, I guess it's a measurement that someone has different, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the different.
There's different.
How would you answer that question?
When did you realise
You'd become successful.
Well, yeah, it's how you measure it, eh?
That's exactly what I said. I was like, God, like some people would look at me and be like, oh, she's like divorced. Look at the state of her car. Like, like success is like, that's a
Loose
that's
success.
a projected image, you know, like if you know me well, I'm like, God, I can't even bloody do my own washing.
Buying tuna for lunch.
Sometimes I can't even figure out how to access my own bank account. Like I couldn't get
Sometimes, every day.
I'm still not out of it. Like I'm like, what do you think I'm successful like people probably look at me like the state of her. Like there's always marks on my clothes. There's always my card declined the other day. I was trying to buy Pepper's birthday present. I'm like, there's $10 in my bank account. Like, what is the measure of success to someone?
I guess like because you're like, well, are you speaking about work or life?
Yeah, I guess.
Life for me is just being happy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Work, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's another good like a validation of like what do you class as being successful if it's something that's like so talk about that thing of quality of life.
Yeah.
And like if you valued that more, I think it's a quote from Bob Marley.
And I think I spent a bit of time thinking about it, and I think it comes down to freedom. So having the freedom to do what you want with your days or your time.
Yep.
So you still have stuff to do, but if you've got the freedom to choose when you do it, that's a massive part of, I guess, being happy and therefore being successful. And the same would be with freedom with money.
Yeah.
So there's always, you're never going to have unlimited money, but if you've got the freedom to make decisions that other people don't.
Buy kind of what you want.
Yeah. Or like say, I'm not going to have this week, but I'm going to choose that. Like that is freedom of choice, which a lot of people wouldn't have. So I guess that was the answer that I came to.
That's
having freedom to make your own
but
choices.
like I would agree with that. But then when you got lots of staff and you got a small business,
yeah,
you certainly
don't feel successful.
Like you can be successful, but like God, there's always those times.
Yeah.
When stuff.
You're responsible for a lot of people as well. I guess I quite think about it sometimes of like not having to worry about buying food at the supermarket. You know what I mean? Like
if you don't have to stress about.
Yeah, like these days, crikey.
Yeah, like it's not.
Like it's the principle now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I wouldn't look, but now you're like, look at the principle. Like I'm not paying $9.50 for a cauliflower.
That much.
Yeah, there's some even eggplants are sitting above $5 when they normally come down at one point. But, so yeah, it's a good question though.
It is interesting, eh?
Yeah,
because a lot of people would like look at like you or me and be like, oh, like that's success. You know, you've sold a fantastic business. You've got a couple of other businesses.
Yeah. I'm glad you remember what you spoke to Steve about because I don't. I just remember like fangirling.
Actually,
over him.
Fangirling so hard.
I listened to every one of your podcasts.
And you were like prancing around it. I wouldn't usually describe that.
Wouldn't be me.
Like,
Galloping.
I was like, what are you doing? Because you were moving so quickly.
Really?
Like back and forth. That was all I remember from the conversation. Yeah.
Sprinkling around.
You were sprinkling.
Oh.
Like a sprinkler. Yeah, you were darting it out of the conversation. Yeah, well, that was probably one of the only things I remember out of that conversation. Yeah. Apparently I was in a dark corner talking to him for 4 hours.
Yes, yeah, you got in trouble for
I did get in trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
But he told me, he's like, you've been probably talking to that guy enough. And then I'm like, I'll actually do whatever I want, so I'll continue talking to that guy in a dark corner for another 2 hours.
Emphasis on the dark corner.
It's Cam when you need him.
Anyway, great night. Well done. Excellent.
I just quickly want to take a moment to thank one of our stockists for being a great stockist, the Fat Kiwi in Otahonga. Has a great range. If you're in Otahonga, stop in.
They are great. That's awesome. Yeah. We're actually doing something really cool with Empire Coffee in Hawke's Bay, so we might try and get down. When I go down to Hawke's Bay, pop in and see them Empire Coffee Roasters. Yeah, they got a great little cafe and stuff.
In Hastings?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. Hawke's Bay is... you can see the look on your face on the, on the video.
Anyway, it's probably
edit that out.
It's probably coming to an end for this wee chat, but thanks a lot to George.
Yeah, thanks for coming, George.
The man who pretty much invented the word hariff.
Yeah,
hariff.
Yeah,
hariff. Yeah,
great word.
Such a good word.
It's a great word.
All right, thank you. Have a great week.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the products that we're talking about, you'll find us at pepperandme.co.nz.